Today's video is all about reviewing top 5 mobile gacha games that we believe will get a global English release. We guarantee that at least one of these gacha games will get you excited. So the first game we're taking a look at is Punishing Gray Raven. Now this is an insanely gorgeous hack and slash gacha game that we're excited to share with you. The graphics look like a mix between Honkai Impact 3rd and Nintendo's Astral Chain. You can see from the footage just how slick the combat gameplay is, and to have all of this come pre-packaged with a gacha system means all of the characters will have their own unique playstyle. The game's story is all about an almighty punishing virus that has left the world devastated, leaving robots and post-humans to battle each other and see who will become the rulers of the new world. Some of the game features include a barrack system where you can customize and add flair to your rooms. There are also other gameplay modes such as driving sequence or even stealth missions to mix up the usual hack and slash gameplay. We've even heard that you get to play as a boss character during certain segments of the game. Just a little less than a month ago, the team behind Punishing Gray Raven announced via Twitter that a Japanese server is going to be released. Now, the game got originally released in China back in December 2019, so even after a slight bump in our human history of a nasty disease, we're still getting the game released outside of China into the Japanese market, so it's just a matter of time before we hear about the global release of Punishing Gray Raven. Moving on to the next game in our list, it's Disney Twisted Wonderland. Now, this is an extremely peculiar, but at the same time quite an interesting game that we hope it will get released globally just because of how bizarre the concept is. The game describes itself as a Villains Academy adventure game with some rhythm and game elements and battles. The character design, scenario, and concept were created by Black Butler creator Yana Toboso. You can put your students through various classes to increase their stats in subjects such as magic, history, alchemy, and more. The plot itself is basically getting dragged into Hogwarts School for Wizards without your consent, where you then try to find your way back home. This is an interesting gacha game that should definitely be on your hype radar. The game first got released in Japan during the month of March 2020, so not much time has passed, and we could definitely see this coming to global since this is a Disney product and they have more experience with global releases. Next one on the list is KonoSuba Fantastic Days. Form a team of your favorite characters from the highly popular light novel series of KonoSuba. After getting released in Japan, this has become one of the smash hits of mobile gacha gaming in 2020. This mobile RPG game allows players to create teams of fan favorite characters and use their own unique skills in battle. What's even better is that you will be able to revisit important scenes from the series which are fully voice acted, and what's even better is that the game features its own unique original story that you can uncover. Even if you haven't seen the anime or read the manga, you can still appreciate the high quality 2D models and beautiful user interface. While the gameplay does remain basic, it comes with its own unique takes on gacha gaming. The developers have announced on Twitter that after getting so much positive feedback, they are now in the process of figuring out how to distribute the game outside of Japan. This could mean that it's only a matter of time before we hear about the plans for the global release. Joining this list is another drop-dead gorgeous gacha game, and its name is Counterside, which first got released in South Korea during the month of February. The best way to describe Counterside would be a side-scrolling tower defense game, or maybe just think of a game that has Epic 7 graphics and unit placement of Arknights. Either way, the gameplay is all over the place with some crazy good looking graphics. The story is wrapped around a mysterious urban fantasy legend of two factions waging war against each other. You take on the mantle of a new private military company, and it's your job to eradicate anyone who opposes your faction. Now, there haven't been any official announcements for the global release of Counterside, but seeing that this is a game owned by Nexon, it's very likely they will be releasing the game worldwide. The only question remaining, when will this game actually arrive in our app stores? Now, the next game on the list is Princess Connect Redive. Also abbreviated online as simply Pre-Con, this gacha game got its first Japanese release in 2018. Princess Connect Redive is currently dominating mobile gaming charts in Japan. This gacha game features real-time RPG combat system where characters will fight by themselves, but you do get to trigger what's known as a Union Burst that unleashes a powerful skill after you build up the Union Burst meter. And at first glance, this might look like your regular idle RPG game with chibi graphics, but on further inspection, you can see that the art direction and the mechanics are amped up on their own different level. There are animated cutscenes, awesome looking gacha summons, and simple yet slick user interface that you can use to navigate throughout the whole game. Now, because the game had been released more than 2 years ago, you might be questioning yourself whether this game will ever see a global release. Well, it just so happens that Princess Connect got its own anime released in April. What's even more exciting is that it also got released in China during that same month, which means even if the game does have content built up of over 2 years in other servers, the developer and publisher Cygames still decided to release it to the Chinese market. It also appears that the anime was streamed on Crunchyroll, so you can expect new fans showing up and demanding Cygames to release Princess Connect globally. We hope these gacha games we've showcased got you excited. Sharing these videos with you takes a lot of work, so we'd appreciate if you could subscribe to our channel, click the like button, and share the video on your social feed. This was Toby with Gacha Gamer. See you in the next video.